No one can love you more and forget you faster than sanguines. Imagine you know your temperament and you know the temperament of your friend or your siblings. Living with them will be much easier. Hello lovely people, welcome back to Evolve with Joycey. I have a question for you. What is your temperament? This question I have been asking random people these past weeks, and the response I got was shocking. Apparently, many people do not know what their temperaments are, and I am on a personal quest to make sure that you know your temperament. As part of ways to become a better version of yourself, you need to know your temperament. You need to know the weaknesses that comes with your temperament as well as the strengths, so that you can hone in on the strengths and better the weaknesses. So, what is temperament? Temperament is a combination of inborn traits that subconsciously influence all our behavior, and there are 4 major temperaments: sanguine, choleric, melancholy, and phlegmatic. So you are either of these 4 or a combination of some of them. Now, I am about to describe the strengths of these 4 major temperaments. Leave in the comments which one best describes you, and let's see what temperament you are. Let's get into it. We start with, of course, the sanguine. Temperament strengths of the sanguine. No one enjoys life more than sanguines. These people never seem to lose their childlike curiosity for the things that surrounds them. Their emotions are so receptive to their environment that the unpleasant things of life can be forgotten by a change of environment. Often, they are early risers and usually wake in a lively mood. Then, they whistle or sing their way through life because they usually can maintain happy thoughts. Boredom is not part of their makeup. When discouraged, they can quickly turn to something that fascinates them. Second strength of the sanguine is optimistic. In sanguine's natural traits that produces both a hearty and optimistic disposition, the sanguine person has a God-given ability to live in the present. Sanguines easily forget the past, so their minds are never beforged by the memory of heartaches or disappointments. Neither are they frustrated and fearful by the apprehension of their future difficulties, for they just don't give the future that much thought. Sanguines live for the present. Consequently, they are naturally optimistic. They have the capacity to be fascinated by little things as well as big. Consequently, life is enjoyable today. They are usually optimistic that tomorrow, whatever it holds, will be as good as today or even better. They tend to let life unfold naturally without advanced planning, which is why their lives are unnecessarily encumbered by the unexpected. Sanguines usually find that exciting, but it is often nerve-wracking to their partners. Sanguines are easily inspired to engage in new projects, and their boundless enthusiasm often carries others along with them. If yesterday's project failed, they are optimistic that the one they are working on today will definitely succeed. The third strength of the sanguine is friendly. The outgoing, handshaking, touching demeanor of the cheerful sanguines stems basically from their genuine love for people. They enjoy being around others, sharing their joys and sorrows, and making new friends. They are distressed to see individuals who aren't enjoying themselves at a party, and they'll frequently go out of their way to include such a person in the group. Their love for the people and enthusiastic charisma is almost invariably returned. Finally, the sanguine is compassionate. Sanguines have tender, compassionate hearts. No one responds more genuinely to the needs of others. They are able to share their emotional experiences, both good and bad, of others. They by nature find it easy to obey the scriptural injunction, rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. Romans 12:15. The sincerity of sanguines is often misunderstood by other temperament types who are puzzled by the sudden changes of emotion when sanguines genuinely respond to the joys and heartaches of others. No one can love you more and forget you faster than sanguines. But if you are forgetting, it's not intentional. These people simply have the pleasant capacity to live in the present, and you may be a part of the past. The world is enriched by these cheerful, responsive people. They spread joy wherever they go with their infectious spirit. This is the strength of the sanguine. Are you a sanguine? Please leave in the comments. Or do you know a sanguine? Please tag them in the comments. Now let's move on to the next temperament, which is the choleric. We are going to read the strengths of the choleric. Let me know in the comments if you are a choleric or you know one. Let's get into the choleric. Strong-willed. Cholerics are usually strong-willed and self-disciplined individuals with a powerful tendency towards self-determination. Cholerics are very confident in their own ability and very aggressive. They are continual motion people, but unlike sanguines, the activity is well planned and purposeful. Once having embarked upon a project, they have a tenacious ability that keeps them on track and doggedly driving in one direction. Of them, it could rightly be said, "This one thing I do." See Philippians 3:13, KJV. Their singleness of purpose often results in accomplishment. They may think their methods or plans are better than others, but in reality, success is the result of determination and stick-to-itiveness rather than superiority of planning. The next strength for cholerics is practical. The choleric temperament is given over almost exclusively to the practical aspects of life. Everything in life is considered in the light of its utilitarian purpose, and cholerics are happiest when engaged in some worthwhile project. They possess a keen mind for organization but find detail work distressing. They can quickly appraise a situation and diagnose the most practical solution. Many of their decisions are reached by intuition more than analytical reasoning. The next strength of the cholerics is leader. Cholerics have strong leadership tendencies. Their forceful wills tend to dominate a group. They make good judges of people. They are quick and bold in emergencies. They are not afraid of leadership and readily accept it when it is placed on them. If it isn't, they often volunteer for it. They are typically known as take-charge persons. If they don't become arrogant or bossy, others respond well to their practical direction. Finally, the choleric is very optimistic. The choleric outlook on life is based on a natural self-confidence that makes them optimistic. They are adventuresome to the point that they often leave a secure position for the challenge of the unknown. They have a natural pioneering spirit. When appraising a new situation, they rarely see the pitfalls or potential problems, but merely keep their eyes on the goal. Somehow, they have an unshakable confidence that no matter what difficulty arises, they will be able to solve them. Adversity does not discourage them. Instead, it whets their appetites and makes them even more determined to achieve their objectives. Are you a choleric? Look, this is becoming so interesting to read. And we can be grateful that we all possess some of these strengths. But there is more to the story. Many people have determined their basic temperaments based on their strengths presented here. They have changed their minds when confronted with their unpleasant weaknesses presented in the next chapter.